Hey, what's going on, guys? Ozric here, and I have a new series for you guys. This is called Classes in Session. This is something that I did back in Black Ops, but I did it a little bit different than how I'm going to do it today. I've actually made it a lot more detail-oriented, and I'm going to do every single map in the game. I'm starting off with the map Arkaden, Fake Terminal. I have many different names for it, but this is part 1 of 3, and today we're going to talk about spawns and also the spawn logic. Now, as you guys can see here, this is the map Arkaden, and it's an overhead view, and this is a domination setting. And now I've outlined every single spawn point that I am aware of. I have not seen anyone spawn in any other spawn point for domination, TDM, or kill confirms, since they all have the same spawn points. CTF and demolition possibly have different spawn points. If it's anything like Black Ops, I know demolition on Black Ops had many spawn points, a lot more so than domination. So again, this is for domination, TDM, and kill confirmed. Now, you have to excuse me beforehand because I know this is a difficult subject to pick up on. And believe me, this is an extremely difficult subject to teach because, number one, there's a lot of factors that go into this. There's so many variables to consider, but I'll try to make it as simple as possible so you guys can understand. The only thing that matters in determining where the enemy is going to spawn is where your team is, what spawn points you guys are close by, and where the enemy team is and what spawn points they're close by. I'll give you guys a quick example if you want to look at the map real quick. If you have the A flag, for example, enemy has C flag, you're pushed all the way up. Say, for example, you control blue 5 and you're moving into red 4 and red 2. So you've now, by you being in those spawn points, the game's not going to spawn them right there on top of you. They're going to spawn them on red 1 or red 3. However, if you have teammates on the other side that are trying to do the exact same thing, say you also own the B flag and they push up through the bar area, push up through B, and now they clear out the red 5 and are pushing towards red 3, the game is not going to spawn the enemies over and over in the back so they can just get killed. Because the minute you're standing there by red 2 and you look down the stairs and you pop your head out and you look, even for a split second, you look into that red 1 spot, immediately spawn's going to flip over there by blue 1 and blue 2. Depending whether or not you had teammates back there or not. If you have teammates back there by 1 and 2, then the game is not going to spawn them there. It's more likely they'll spawn them over there by blue 5. So that's just something to keep in mind. That's why I always say, you got to be careful how far you push up, because you might think you're doing okay by pushing up into the spawn, but you don't know what your teammates are doing on the other side. They might be pushing up as well. It's okay if you want to, for example, if you own the B flag, if you want to come all the way around and clear out 3 and 1, so you're standing there by the C flag, enemy is trapped on 2 and 4. The problem with that is if you have a teammate who runs from blue 5 and goes all the way in, clears out 4 and takes a look into 2, enemies are now going to spawn on the other side in the blue spawn. So I know that's confusing, but hopefully that made a little bit of sense. Let me give you guys another big tip about spawns. It's very important to pay attention to where you spawn at, because I've never heard anyone talk about this. You can 100% of the time predict where the enemy is based off of where you spawn. And it's because of things like I just told you. For example, if you spawn in on blue 4 is a very, very rare spawn. However, I know that if I spawn in on 4, I know there's no one over here by the B area. There's 100% clear path for me to run that way towards the C flag. But I also know if I spawn blue 4 that the enemy has 100% control over the upstairs area by the A flag, and they're more likely pushing out onto the A flag and blocking the blue 3 spawn, which is the only time you'll spawn over there out of their sight in the corner in your spawn. So that's something to keep in mind. Another very, very rare spawn is on the other side, which is on red, and that's going to be 6 and also 5. 6, I honestly have no idea when or why you spawn there. It's only very, very rare times that I see people pop up there, but it is possible. They can spawn on top of the staircase. Also, the 5 spawn over there by the B flag on the red side, the only time they spawn there is when your teammates on the blue side are not anywhere near the B flag and they have control over that area. That's the only time they'll spawn there. And usually what it means is if you spawn red 5, it usually means that the enemy team is pushing towards the C flag. So just keep a general rule of thumb to keep in mind is wherever you spawn, the enemy is pushing and killing people on the other side of the map relative to where you are. So I hope that makes sense. You know, I'm even starting to confuse myself here, but it definitely will become easier once you guys can really master it in your mind and start understanding how these spawns work. But at least now you guys know exactly where the spawn points are at. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. The next video that I'm going to put out is going to be a video talking about positions that I personally like to hold down. I call them power positions. It's basically positions that utilize these spawns to your advantage, and also positions and lines of sight that I like to use. And possibly I'm thinking about talking about some of the flank routes as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please be sure to leave a rating. And be sure to check out the videos that I have coming up real soon. Peace.